My very good morning, beautiful Lagos City. Welcome to the Sports Ride right here on Voice of the People Television. It's a Monday, the 28th of August, 2023, and we keep moving. I want to say thank God for life. My name is Kizuki. Let's start the show from our local news. Peseiro happens to be in the news where the president of Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Musa Gusau, says that the Nigerian football ruling body has not made any decision regarding the contract situation of Super Eagles head coach Peseiro. There have been various reports on the contract of Peseiro, whose first contract expired last month, with the NFF making plans to replace him with local coaches. There are also media reports that the Portuguese coach have been asked to go. We've not sacked Peseiro. We are yet to make a decision on the Super Eagles. Our coach Gusau reported saying, "It's not true. We have not taken a decision. When we do it, it will be made public." The NFF president has earlier told Lagos-based radio stations in an interview that the country football ruling body will take a decision based on recommendation of the technical committee. Meanwhile, the chairman of the newly constituted NFF technical committee, Al-Aji Sharif Alan Inuwa, when asked about the fate of Peseiro as Super Eagles head coach, said, "We have not made, and I'm not aware of sacking anybody in the appointment of interim coaches." And that's for Peseiro. But away from that quick story, let's talk about the Spanish Soccer Federation. What's really going on? Rubiales in the news, Jenny Hermoso also in the news. A whole lot of people talking about this. Sounds to be a very doesn't sound cool because he's getting some backings, but on the other side, some people have teamed up against this man. Don't say I'm saying it wrong, please. Don't get it twisted. I'm trying to say 59 players have already made known that they would not be involved, not until he resigns. Now, talking about the Spain Soccer Federation, will meet urgently on Monday as its president Luis Rubiales faced a FIFA suspension and a storm of criticism over allegation he gave a player an unwanted case on the lips following the Spain victory in the Women's World Cup. Rubiales has steadfastly refused to resign over the incident with player Jenny Hermoso last Sunday in Sydney, saying the case was consensual. Players and a string of coaches on the women's squad are demanding here go. The government also want him out. The Royal Football Federation has called the Regional Federation to an extraordinary and urgent meeting. That's for Monday to evaluate the situation in which the Federation finds itself following Rubiales' suspension. And the Royal Body spokesman said on Sunday, FIFA, Football World Governing Body, opened a disciplinary proceeding against Rubiales on Thursday and announced on Saturday that Rubiales was suspended for 3 months from national and international football pending an investigation. Rubiales said he would use this FIFA probe to show he's innocent, and we cannot wait. Personally, for me, I can't wait to know the outcome of that very one, because Rubiales right now, Jenny Hermoso said she wasn't cool with it. So people have been questioning the fact that why were you calm when this was happening? But it's a whole lot of big saga. I feel like the George Vida, the manager of the team, had a hand over a shoulder of a lady, and we feel like we're not talking about that. Every of those guys or the people in the team, talk about the top guys on the Spanish side, have left their position. So it's still George Vida, still the manager. But talking about Rubiales right now, we know how this would go, because I'm so sure FIFA will want to take disciplinary action, and that's what they are really doing right now, because 90 days and still counting. We have to know if Rubiales, the Spanish, the president, FSI, would be innocent or found guilty. All of this I'll give you more when I return, hopefully just as it unfolds. Now, talking about boxing, unifying WBA, WBO, IBF heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk, who fights from the southpaw stance, retained his title when he knocked out the WBA regular champion Dana Dubious in the 8th round on Saturday night in Poland. Usyk was in control through the first 4 rounds as he completely dominated, but in the 5th round, Alexander Usyk dropped the canvas from a low blow and was in obvious pain. After being given time to recover from the referee, he continued to outscore Dubious, even though Dubious did score with a few shots to the body and very little effect. The time was 48 seconds. South African Stan Chris Dolu, who was one of the judges, achieved 2 milestones: 50 years of world titles and 60 years as a boxing official, and that's a great record. But away from that story, come with me, let's talk about Formula One as it goes now. As the small seaside town of Zandvoort greeted an orange army of Max Verstappen fans for the 3rd time in a row on Sunday. Dutch Formula One Grand Prix organizers were looking to secure their race place in the calendar for years to come. Formula One returned to the Netherlands after 36 years of that's back in 2021, and also Zandvoort's picture square track with its banked curves in the dunes west of Amsterdam, immediately made it stand out among the more than 20 other races. Now, Max Verstappen home Grand Prix which is looking to win for a third straight win from pole position on Sunday, is a guaranteed fixture through the 2025 season, but it's unclear what will happen after. Now, the enormous popularity of Max Verstappen, the first Dutch Formula One champion, has helped sell over 300,000 tickets in an instant every year, but Lama said Zandvoort's appeal goes beyond its dominant home driver. We bring more than just a race, he said. This approach should help Zandvoort stay competitive with new venues around the globe, which offers to play Formula One a lot more for their place in the calendar. This approach was backed by Formula One Chief Executive Stefano Domenicali ahead of the Dutch Grand Prix. Let me quickly talk about Max Verstappen before I move away from that and go into football. I think for the fact that this man has come into the game, has turned the table around, has changed the Formula One mode. Toto Wolff can bear him a witness. Lewis Hamilton can bear him a witness. Sergio Alonso, all of these great, Formula One drivers know Max Verstappen very well. They know this man has turned the table around. And ever since the Dutchman came into the game, I feel like it's been a turnaround. I mean, the likes of Lewis Hamilton, we barely want to talk about them now. Not like we don't want to talk about them. Not like I don't want to talk about them. Not like every other sports broadcaster out there don't want to talk about them. But the man we sing his name, the man on our lips every time and every day, when we sleep in the Formula One, we talk about Max Verstappen, the Dutchman, who is doing amazing well in the Grand Prix, in the world of Formula One. I think he drives very well. He's just a top-notch personality. And maybe I want to say from where he's coming from, because we barely know the Dutch guys like the Holland, or you call them the orange side. We barely know them in this field of the game. But ever since this man came around, it's not like he has revived the world of Formula One. But quickly away from that, let's talk about football, where Belgian striker Romelu Lukaku has been linked with a move to La Liga champions FC Barcelona this ongoing summer transfer window. Barcelona are contemplating a loan deal for the Chelsea player. We have to wait to know how it goes. The Xavi Hernandez-led side are looking to restrain their side in the forward line as they compete for various titles this season. If Lukaku makes the move, he will be in the attack alongside legendary Poland striker Robert Lewandowski. Lukaku is currently a Chelsea player and he's been keen on a move all summer. He's been linked with Juventus, Roma, Inter Milan, where he was also on loan last season. He also been linked to the transfer deal to the Saudi Pro side, which he reportedly turned down. Lukaku making a loan move to Barcelona will be a compliance with La Liga FFP, talking about the financial fair play rules. He has not made any appearance for the Blues this current 2024 campaign. Chelsea are 9th on the Premier League table with 4 points from 3 games. I think I saw something before I came on air. I can't recall the platform I did say that, but I know I saw something about one legendary saying Lukaku is deluded, saying Lukaku is what's the word he said again? I can't recall. Lukaku is as disappointed a whole lot of people. Reasons are being that we know the story of Romelu Lukaku. Juventus are the club really keen on him. I don't see a space again for him in Simon Inzaghi's team, because right now Lautaro Martinez tops up there alongside Marcus Thuram. Replacement also, they've got Anantovic, who happened to be in the club 10 years ago. I don't see a space for him. And also, I don't know if he'll be okay with the Barcelona style of play. If they're going to play second fiddle, they don't want to play 2 strikers. They like to play one, and which we know Lewandowski will be the top man. So Lukaku's story looks very, I don't know. The only shameful part of his story is the fact that he and his agent, like his representative, had a word with the Juventus team on the back of Inter Milan awareness. So it doesn't sound cool. It sounds very disgraceful. But quickly away from that, talking about football, let's talk about Christian Pulisic as he continued his bright start as Serie A leaders AC Milan with another goal in Saturday's 4-1 win over Torino, while Roma slumped 2-1 defeat to Verona. A second striking as many games for Pulisic since signing from Chelsea in the 33rd minute got Milan on their way to their second straight win, this time in front of a packed San Siro, watching a new-look team for the first time this season. Olivier Giroud were also on target with a penalty in each half, while Theo Hernandez struck with a brilliant finish as Milan put on an entertaining display. Now for the League One, Kylian Mbappe dominated his first home start of the season, scoring twice as League One champions Paris Saint-Germain defeated last season's runner-up Lens 3-1 on Saturday in a meeting of 2 teams winless from their first 2 league matches. PSG emphatically put their season on track. The victory also, you need to know, lifted them to 4th, 2 points behind leaders Monaco, who drew on Friday, and also Marseille, who won on Saturday. Mbappe, making his first home start since being reinstated to the team following the contract dispute, posed a threat from the start in the first half. He and He had one shot saved by goalkeeper Bryce Samba and another cleared off by the line by Kevin. That's the name, Kevin Danso. Before Marco Asensio scored his first goal for the club in the 44th minute. Paris Saint-Germain Portuguese midfielder Vitinha surged up in the field, moving the ball on the wire, and Zaire Emery, who passed to Asensio just outside the box. The Spaniard called with a left full shot off in the base of the post. Now, talking about Mbappe added a ferocious second one after 51 minutes from Lucas Hernandez with a first-time side foot shot from the edge of the box that rocketed past Samba. Mbappe forced another good save from Samba as PSG dominated possession on the rare lens counter-attack. Eli Wahi, that's the name of this guy, the club's record signing, who came on after 57 minutes, outpaced the home defense and forced a sprawling save from Gianluigi Donnarumma. Ousmane Dembele, making his first Paris Saint-Germain start since moving from Barcelona, lashed an opportunity for a first goal of the club wide. Mbappe added the second in the 90th minute with a shot from near the penalty spot that took two deflection of its way into the net. And that is it for the same story. Now, quickly, let's talk about Andrzej Duda and Sarah Ngonge struck in the first half to keep Verona level on a perfect 6 points with Milan with a surprise win over Roma, who was waiting to see if Romelu Lukaku would sign on loan from Chelsea. Lukaku's potential arrival has Roma fans excited by their team looked in need for more of a striker. They have a Belotti and also having a player of them choice. They would need, everybody wants Lukaku. Not really everybody wants it, but Roma really now can't wait to have Lukaku in their team. It's just what it is. Is he going to make the move? Time will tell. But there's an Andre Belotti who happens to be the starter for now. A whole lot of stuff happened in the course of the week. Frosinone also getting the win in the campaign against Atalanta. All of this, time will not let me go into this. But let's talk about Manchester United as they came back from conceding twice in the first 4 minutes, to beat Nottingham Forest 3-2 on Saturday as Arsenal dropped points for the first time this season. A 2-2 draw with 10-man Fulham. West Ham ended Brighton a perfect start 3-1 with that puts David Moyes' men on top of the table. As at that point, right now, Man City on top of the log, after the win. Tottenham also had 7 points after a 2-0 win over Bournemouth right there at Vitality Stadium. United are looking to kickstart their season after losing 2-0 to Tottenham last weekend, the other time. So we just wait to know what happens. First game, they did win. They lost the first game, United. The second time, they struggled against Wolverhampton. And the weekend, they played a 2-1 against Taiwo Awoniyi side, who came from the bench. Taiwo Awoniyi this time around got a start, and it paid off for Steve Cooper. But regardless, his goal was not enough to seal the victory for the away side. It was all about the Manchester United side. United have been okay for me. No, they've not been okay, better word. But I think the best game they had for me was just the last one they played against Nottingham Forest. I feel like Eriksen needs to get more playing time. I feel like the manager needs to work on so many things. He needs to stop deflecting off himself. If the team does well, they should take the responsibility. And if they do bad, like Anthony was amazing, then the manager has to take the glory of that very, very much one. But let's talk about Arsenal, who made it, a similarly disastrous start when Andres Pereira bounced on Bukayo Saka's poor start to catch Aaron Ramsdale off his line. Let me go just talk about a free one about the Premier League. Everybody knows the Premier League, for me, looks to be the highly competitive league. If we want to talk about the big games, let's look at the top 4 teams, how it's been over time. The first one I want to talk about, let's talk about Tottenham Hotspur and Postecoglou, what he has done with the Tottenham Hotspur sides. He has tried to make a different ball game for himself. He likes to play a Bizuma and Papisa in the midfield, and this works for me, trust me. But also for Arsenal now, the draw against Fulham, nobody ever saw that coming. On paper, you would say Arsenal were the better side. But I want to say Marco Silva's team came out very strong regardless of anything. The way they played showed character. Paulinho was amazing in the game. But you just would not take away the changes made by the manager, Mikel Arteta, bringing in Fabio Vieira, who was the top-notch guy in the game. He brought in Jorginho to control the game, but they made a mistake from playing deep. They were supposed to play in the opposition box, but they played deep, and that got to affect them. Zinchenko also, Alexander, came into the game. He changed the game, but his mistake cost them the goal. It was a 2-2, right? There was a derby, London derby, and right now I would say congratulations to the side that got it right. Talking about Fulham, because they got a red card, and with 10 man down, Arsenal was still unable to get the result okay. So it ended in the 2-2, the first draw for the season. And also from United, Mason Mount is out. He tends to return back after the international break, which happens to be coming up very soon. How well did they play? Without Mason Mount, they did well. Rasmus Højlund is yet to come back to the team. Anthony, who everyone has been calling a disastrous player, lived up to expectation on the weekend. He played so well. He got off the game. Jadon Sancho came in. So it shows that Erik ten Hag has his backroom staff still intact. All of these guys, I would say 90% of the stats are his signings. I mean, not really about his signings, are okay with him, exactly what the manager wants for himself, and that's for the Premier League. But also, let's talk about one game that happened yesterday that looks very, very big. I would say, shout out to the king, like Darwin Núñez. A manager will always be a manager, take it from me. Eddie Howe is good, no doubt, but the record still says it's been about the Reds taking over countless time of the game. Gordon took advantage of that, what's that, what I call it? It was a mistake from, Arnold, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Gordon got past him and scored a goal, and everybody celebrated. The St. James Park the Magpies were just all everywhere, and everybody was celebrating, singing the songs of the Newcastle side. But it wasn't long. Virgil van Dijk was shown a red card. Was it really a red card for me on Isak? Yes, he got the ball, but he got Isak down before he got the ball off. But something stunning happened in that very game, tremendous, I must say, where the manager had to go back and make a change. And we saw Darwin Núñez, who happened to be playing the second fiddle ever since he made a move this season. Sorry, last season he came, but this season he's been playing a second fiddle because the manager wants to start Godi Gakpo or either Jordi Alba. What's his name? Diogo Jota. Then Luis from the other side, and Mo Salah, the best player for Liverpool. But Darwin Núñez came in and struck wide. The goalkeeper, trust me, did not even see that coming. And both goals look to be similar. That was a change for me from Jurgen Klopp. Everybody knows he's a very good manager, and he keeps proving over time that, yes, I'm the man for the people. Now, Darwin Núñez, what could be going through his mind right now, coming in from the bench, and the manager has come to say to the media, everything you see him do wasn't me messaging him. I never messaged him. It was all about Darwin Núñez. Liverpool, I must say, should take the glory, even with the red card, one man down, and Virgil van Dijk, the skipper, left, and there was some changes that was made, even though I would say that was a controversial talk in that game, because for me, I feel like Trent Alexander-Arnold should have been shown a red card for the fact with the new rule. Gordon, first one, he got the ball, was a foul from Gordon, but he reacted and threw the ball, and he got the yellow card. Not long, he also got paced off from Anthony Gordon's, and he had to foul him. That was supposed to be a red, and Kieran Trippier was screaming to the ref and saying this should be a yellow card, like a second yellow card, but it wasn't given. But long story cut short, let's give the glory to the side that deserve it. The Liverpool side. Mo Salah for me happens to be the best player. I know he's going to leave maybe for Al Ittihad, but this season, no for me, and that's just what it is. Hope I give you more, interesting stories when I return, hopefully for tomorrow, which happens to be a Tuesday. But for now, I need to go. This is the Sport Ride Show right here on Voice of the People Television. My name is Kizzy K. This is where you need to be. A whole lot of interesting program coming your way. Stay tuned. I'm out for now. Peace.